Hey everybody, I am southwest of the loft here. It's 7:40 in the morning. Gonna release these young birds probably about 7:50. Just trying out this live to see how it works. Flip the camera around so you can see the birds. The young bird team. We had a 100 mile race this past weekend, first race season. Hey, Hoosier Outdoors. So all of these birds, but maybe 5 or 6 of them went on that first race. The ones that didn't weren't quite ready. The molt wasn't there. Mostly this crate. These birds, I didn't feel like their molt was ready, but they look a lot better today. But keeping them training. First race, 131 miles in the A race, which is a 10-bird race. We were second in the combine, about 3 minutes behind first. Steve Trotter had a bird get way out in front. Steve's been an amazing flyer for a long time. And in the B race, we were, I believe, 12th and 13th in the combine. B race is 35 bird max. A race is 10 bird max. So, yeah, it went good. It's a good start. I don't really push the birds too hard during the summer just because it's so hot in Oklahoma. So the first race, I don't always get too worked up about. I kind of prefer once we get to about 170 plus miles to really see the birds move. So, hey James, it is a beautiful morning. It's probably like 70 degrees. I've got the birds facing the sun so they can orient here. I always give them a little bit of time before I let them go. I give them 10 to 15 minutes to sit and orient, especially young birds. They need that time. But I went southwest to the loft day. We fly out of the south, but I went southwest. It's just easier to get to this location. It's 44 miles from the loft, and I can go 80 miles per hour the whole way to get here versus going straight south. It's a lot of stoplights in small towns. It's much more difficult to get down there. So, but these young birds are really healthy, really buoyant, really robust after the first race. And Sunday they rested. Yesterday we did a loft fly for as long as they wanted to. And today we're doing 44 miles. Tomorrow they'll rest again on Wednesday, and then Thursday we'll probably do a 20 to 30 mile toss, probably southeast since I went southwest today. Maybe I'll go north, I'm not sure yet. Depends on wind and weather and all those things, but this is the team. I usually have my big shipping crates I bring, and I put all the young birds in the big shipping crates, and I water them. I water them before I release them. I have my water trays with me and my jug, but I decided to put them all in hand crates this morning just to make it easier. But usually I let them have the opportunity to drink. Even if they don't drink, I want them to know it's there. So that way on race day when they're in the trailer and the morning comes, they know how to drink. You don't want them not knowing how to drink, because that's when you typically get your birds, your young birds especially, that'll stop at a pond or any sort of body of water. They'll stop and they'll drink, and those birds aren't going to win the race typically. Hey, Guardian Angel. But yeah, I like this location. It's easy to get to. It's southwest about 44 miles. It'll take them, a little over an hour, probably an hour and a half to get home, which is perfect. Into a little light breeze, which is nice. And, tomorrow I'll let them rest. And then Thursday I'll do the same thing, but I'll probably go southeast. Or maybe even north, we'll see. But I also like to see what the weather is going to be like on Saturday of the day of the race, to see which direction the wind's going to be, because that obviously, as everybody knows, influences the direction the birds are going to get pushed. So This past weekend, the wind was out of the east, so the birds kind of got pushed west. So all the lofts up northwest did pretty well in our federation up in Ponca City. So, you know, I try to train depending on that as well. So I am just about ready here to release these birds, so I'll try to set up the camera so you guys can watch. Let's turn this thing around. All right, guys, here we go. Let's let these young birds loose. Beautiful morning here in Oklahoma. Young bird's gonna get a really good toss out of this. There was some fog this morning driving down here, but now that the sun is up, it's burning all that off, and the birds are gonna have no problem getting home. This is gonna be a really good exercise for them. So you can see them starting to orient over the highway over there, and then they'll loop and start making their way home. So I can answer a couple questions if you guys have a couple questions before I take off. If you're racing young birds coming up, or maybe, you know, your season's about to start, or maybe it already has, or you're in training and everything, I do have a young bird feeding video on my YouTube channel that's out there. It's the same way that I feed. I feel like it really keeps them buoyant and in good condition. We were second in the combine in the A race, and we were 12th and 13th in the B race. So our B birds were about a minute behind. The A birds did a little bit better. The hen that jumped out in front that was second really did a good job. So are those birds homeless? Those birds are not homeless. They're headed back to the loft. We are in Stroud, Oklahoma. I live in Tulsa, so it's about 44 miles for them. Well, thanks guys for watching. I'm gonna hit the road here and get back home so I can try to beat them. They still haven't cleared out. They're still, you can kind of see right there circling still. So I think if I hit the highway here, I'll be able to get home about the same time. All right, thanks everybody.